So today I wanted to go over a popular landing page builder called Unbounce. Unbounce is a great, easy to use platform. And what I really like about Unbounce compared to a lot of the other landing page builders is it almost gives you the impression that it's a regular website that was built. It's not as hard to navigate or hard to look at it as like a ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels to me a lot of times doesn't really look like a website so much. It more so looks like somebody's getting ready to sell you something or trying to just provide you with information. With Unbounce, they give you some really cool templates that mirror what a regular website feel and look would feel like. It's really easy to use too. Obviously, it's not a funnel. It's not really set up like a process. It's more for lead generation and then just getting people to look at your information, download information, or opt in. So when you're inside your builder, it's really easy to use Unbounce. You can go to whatever you want if you're looking for landing pages, your pop-ups, whatever kind of you're trying to present, really easy to find and get acquainted with Unbounce. It's not really that in-depth of a back end, so if you're not really all that tech savvy or really don't know what things mean, when you're looking at some of the back ends of some of these landing page builders where it could have all HTML and coding and APIs and all that, it's really not that difficult to use the Unbounce backend, which is really nice, especially for people who are just trying to get started, or this may be your first landing page. So they do have a lot of templates that are already pre-designed. You can just go in and select what template you want to get started with. Start with this template, and then you can just go in and you can start editing. Really easy to edit. Click and you can start editing already. It's very easy to figure out how to change buttons or make the buttons point to where you want to point to. Very simple, nothing difficult, and everything moves around, which is really nice. The one thing that is a downside to a lot of landing page builders that I see is they use blocks, and so you wouldn't be able to do this with most landing page builders where I could just move the text wherever I want to. A lot of times they just deal with columns and blocks, so you have to stay within those columns and blocks, and you don't really get the freedom to kind of move things where you want them. You kind of have to stay within the lines unless you know how to code. So this is like really cool. Like I said, it really gives you more of a website feel. When you're sending consumers here, it almost feels like they're going to a website and not necessarily a sales page or an opt-in page, which I think is really good for conversions. But once again, really easy builder to use. There's not really that in-depth of an overview to go into with this because it is that simple. If you want pop-ups and things like that, they're very easy to add to the pages. And really, A/B testing, this is really important, especially if you're just getting started and you kind of don't know what audience you're targeting. You don't know who your audience is or what colors they're going to like or anything like that. A/B testing really gives you the ability to split between a couple different variations and see, what page really appeals best to consumers. It also gives you the ability to integrate. So if you have different email platforms that you use like Aweber or ConvertKit, you can integrate those into here as well. And what I really like about Unbounce is they're really good with analytics. So the higher package that you get with Unbounce, obviously the better the analytics is going to be, but Unbounce is really good with providing you with in-depth analytics and what's converting and where consumers kind of are tracking on your pages. And to get started, Unbounce does have a free 14-day trial to get started, which is really awesome. And so if you click the link below, you can also get 20% off your first 3 months with Unbounce, which is even more awesome. But all you're going to do is you're going to hit start my 14-day trial. It'll scroll down, and then it's going to give you different package options. The main differences in the package options are going to be the number of conversions you can get, the number of visitors you can get, and then also the number of domains that can be integrated into your backend. And so obviously with the beginner one, which is probably what most people who are just getting started would use, you get 500 conversions, you get 20,000 up to 20,000 visitors, and you get 1 domain. all the way up to your package that's $240. You're going to get 3,000 conversions, 50,000 visitors, and 15 domains. And so as your needs increase, you kind of can adjust what plan you're in. So don't start with a plan that is overly has too much where you're not even going to be using it, because then you're just going to be wasting money. But it does give you the option, if you are not new at this, to also have the ability to, service your needs and service the amount of customers that you're sending to the page. The other thing I really like about Unbounce is in the back end, they're very hands on within the actual dashboard. So instead of you having to go from the Unbounce dashboard to another kind of form page where they're giving you the instructions, Unbounce integrates videos and trainings right into their dashboard. So kind of as you're going along and using Unbounce, it gives you the ability to kind of learn as you go and not have to kind of go between a form and Unbounce, or search Google to try to find answers to your question. They kind of give you everything that you need in the back end to get started. And then as you start getting more acquainted and more comfortable, or maybe you want to start doing some custom things, those are things that obviously you can either hire out or you can get somebody to do that for you. But very good platform. I strongly recommend, if you're just looking for a landing page or somewhere where people can opt in, you're not necessarily needing to sell something directly on the page, or you're not trying to take people through a funnel process, and you just need a landing page to drive traffic to, Unbounce is definitely a great option. And with the 14-day free trial, it's a no-brainer to get started and see if it'll work out for your business.